Hi folks, this is question 7. The volume of A is 216. So to get the volume of a cube like that, we just do the length multiplied by the width multiplied by the height, which is all the same thing here. So it's x multiplied by x multiplied by x, and that's x cubed. Therefore we know that x cubed has to be equal to 216. And if we know that, we can just get the cube root of 216. And you can use calculator for that. Or you might know already that it's 6. That's all there. Now, to show that the surface area of B is this, to get the surface area of a cuboid, we have to take the areas of each of the faces of it. So it has 6 faces there altogether. So if you just imagine the front face of it, the area of that would be y multiplied by 5, because the length of it is y, the width of it is 5, or 5y. But remember, there's another face like that on the back of the box. Therefore, we're going to multiply that by 2, and that will take into account the front face and the back face. That's the areas of both of those added together. Then, if you imagine the side of it there, the length of it is 6 and the width of it is 5. But then again, there's another one over there on the other side of it, so we're going to multiply all of that by 2 again, and then we're going to add on the area of the top of it, which would be 6 multiplied by y. But then there's another identical face on the bottom of it, so we multiply that by 2. So then we have 10y plus, that gives us 60, and then 2 times 6y is 12y. So 22y plus 60 when we combine the like terms there. And that's what they wanted us to get. The surface area of B is 269. Therefore, we're going to let that 22y plus 60 be equal to 269. If I bring the 60 over to the other side, 22y is equal to 269 minus 60, which is 209. And I divide then by 22. And that gives me 9.5. Right, the area then of 3 faces of a different cuboid are shown on the diagram. The dimensions of this cuboid are L, M, and P. So they're all whole numbers. Work out the volume of the cuboid. Okay, so just work out the volume of the cuboid. Yeah, so to get the volume of a cuboid, we have to do the length multiplied by the width multiplied by the height. So that would be L multiplied by M multiplied by P here. Obviously we don't know what they are yet, but we do know that the area of the side of the front face there is 96. That means that L multiplied by M has to be equal to 96. We also know that the top of it is 48, so using the same logic I used for the last part, so M multiplied by P has to be equal to 48. And then the 32 here at the side, that is P multiplied by L, or LP has to be equal to 38. Sorry, 32. Right, you have some marks if you get that much at least. Now we need to manipulate them around. I'm going to let M be equal to 96 over L, like that. And then I'm going to take the 96 over L, and I'm going to put it in instead of the M in the next one. So 96, will that help me? 6 over, well, we'll see anyway. So 96 over L P is equal to 48. 96p over L is equal to 48. gets, if I bring the L to the other side there, I get 96p is equal to 48. And then if I bring across the 96 and divide it, I get p is equal to 48 over 96. This is a nasty enough question if you're not great with this algebra. So I know that p then is 48 over 96. And that's actually a half. 48 is half of 96. So we know we're on the right track when we get something like that. So a half is p, therefore I'm going to put the half in instead of the p in the last equation. So we get L multiplied by a half oh, actually I made a mistake. Yeah, it shouldn't work out like that. When I brought the L over in the last part, I didn't actually bring it over. I forgot to write it down. So I'm putting L in there. So we should get L over 2 basically. So change that to an L over 2. I'll start again just to be a bit clearer. So what we get down at the end of this is that L over 2 is equal to P. So P is L over 2. And we said that LP was 32 over there. Therefore, I'm going to take the L over 2 and put it in instead of the P. So we get L multiplied by L over 2. Is equal to 32. So therefore, L squared over 2 is equal to 32. Bring over the 2 and multiply it. L squared is equal to 64. Therefore, L is equal to the square root of 64. L is equal to 8. Now, we know that L is 8, therefore we can go back to the one that we just had. So P is equal to 8 divided over 2, then I just put an 8 back in. So 8 divided by 2 is 4. So P is equal to 4. And then go back to the first equation. We know L is 8. Therefore, M would be equal to 96 divided by 8 because it's 96 over L. Therefore, 96 divided by 8 is 12. And we have M, P, and L then. So that's a simultaneous equations. The way we got them was understanding what surface area meant, or area meant, I mean. And really that's simultaneous equation. It's cancelling out one, determine one to get another, and so on. So that's how to do it. So that was quite a trick really for junior cert.